Okay, welcome to episode 6 of Shadowloo Bootcamp. This is actually the final episode for our FANG guides. Here we'll be covering his defensive playstyle. Here we'll be covering his anti-air options, how to his footsies, and how to apply his fireball game, his zoning. This episode will once again be a three-parter. We'll be dividing them around the week. Right now we're going to cover part 1, and part 2 will come out on Thursday, and part 3 will come out on Saturday. So, that being said, let's get to it, and let's finish up with FANG, our number 2 guy. Okay guys, so as we explained, we already discussed FANG's offensive style in the last episode. Today we're going to be covering his more defensive keep away kind of style. But first off, more importantly, the thing that you really need to know if you're going to be defensive is how to keep them out when they start to jump or try to dash in. So we're going to cover first his anti-airs, like we said. I programmed already Chun-Li to do certain jump in attempts, and I'm going to be using the anti-airs. Your anti-airs are crouching fierce, crouching heavy punch, standing medium kick, crouching medium kick, and in occasions you could use your standing low punch as well, but I would rather just use these 3 in particular. These are really good when you're on the ground. You can also air to air. You can actually jump with jump short. I sometimes jump back with jump strong. It's really good. Or jump forward or jump back medium kick, because it has a lot of priority since it's 2 hits and the first hit comes out really quick. You can use either of those. If you're trying to space out, not really reacting to the jump, I mean, you could jump back fierce, it's really good as well. Never jump back roundhouse. I mean, well, you could, but don't do it as much. It's not as good. But jump fierce is good to maintain space. Remember that you can actually control it. So if they jump relatively far and this wouldn't hit, you can at least move it forward and try to either get a trade or maybe knock them out. But the most important ones are the ones that you want to use to keep them out, which are crouching fierce, crouching forward, standing forward, jump back medium punch if you want to keep them out, jumping jab, and jump medium kick. So I programmed Chun-Li to jump with her jump heavy kick. So we're going to do that one now. It's this one. We're going to restart the position, so it's like, I'm going to start with crouching heavy punch. See? The good thing about the crouching heavy punch is that you can set stuff up, because you can still cancel it even after both hits have hit. Okay? So you can take advantage of this. Maybe set up some stuff. That one is a very unsafe setup, but the smoke is really guaranteed pretty much. You do medium smoke. It will not work versus DP characters, and if Chun-Li has meter, she can actually EX spinning bird kick and punish you for doing it. So keep in mind when they have meter. If they don't have meter, you can always go for this and they can't really do much. Another thing you could do is use crouching high punch and cancel into this. And that, as you can see, was very ambiguous. I did the low one. It looks like it's gonna cross up, right? There, it crossed up. Let's see. Depending on how deep in you hit her, see, I landed in front of it. Depending on how deep you hit Chun-Li, you'll either fall in front or on the back. If you really, see, if you really want to cross her up, then you just do medium and you do this. And it's really good to frame trap because people want to like do an attack right after, or you could just grab them out. See, like that. Another thing that's really good about this move is that it hits, it has such good priority. I mean, look at that. Like, even if you're behind me, it either tracks you. If you keep, that's a good thing to know. If you're not sure where they're gonna fall, press neutral down. Let me just put the inputs for a sec. Because there's one problem with this move when they're crossing you up, and is it that if you had down back and they crossed you up last second, you might actually get your down forward fierce, and then you're not gonna get the anti-air. So if you think if you're gonna go for this, always hold straight down. And then press the inputs there. Always hold straight down, there you go. The thing is that if you want to set up a trap or anything, you have to be down back because you need the charge, right? But just keep that in mind. If you're not sure of where they're gonna fall, you just keep. See? I mean, that move's so good. The other anti-air that he has is his standing medium kick, which I will show right now. Has good priority, a lot of range upwards, so it's really good to catch your opponent's normals when you try to throw them out. It's really good, extremely good. See? And you recover pretty fast, so you can like try to pressure with that, or dash in. You can't cancel the second hit, unfortunately. See? Because only the first hit you can cancel. If you by any chance manage to hit the first hit as an anti-air, then maybe, but it's really hard. So I just recommend that if you do this, maybe do this right after, or do this and then do that. Keep a block string to smoke, or you could do something like this, throw a V skill. That also is a good move. Another good anti-air, and it's a bit more, you're gonna use it a lot more in different situations, and actually in tighter and more difficult situations to anti-air, you're gonna use this one as well, which is crouching medium kick. This one is extremely good, and you can do it really low. Like if you tried to like do something and you thought they were gonna stay on the ground and then they jumped, you won't have time. Sometimes you won't have the time to do this. So this move is really good when it's a last minute reaction, but it's a really good anti-air as well. You just have to wait till they're like right above you to throw it out. Okay. See? Now this move, like right now, since she's jumping like that, there's really no reason for me to be using this, unless like what I said, it was like a last minute anti-air and I couldn't do crouching fierce. But I'll show you why that move is so good. The other ones are the air to airs, your jumping jab. I usually, if I'm gonna use this, I'll jump back just in case, because if she beats me out, at least she knocks me like right off. Jump medium punch as well is really good. Jump medium kick. See right there, since she's so far. Since this is an instant overhead, you can do it right away when you jump, and the move is active since it's 2 hits. See? So it's really good to beat stuff out really quick. Because like I said, jump fierce. But you have to be careful if you do it too late, because then you'll get hit. That goes for the air to airs. Obviously, you could do this if you're reacting well. If you're already waiting for it, you can actually react with that, and if the person has like a high jump arc, you can actually use it as an anti-air. See? And if you hit him high enough, you can actually do that. See? So you get a conversion right after that. Also, an anti-air, which is not necessarily you're gonna hit them, but if you're gonna play the defensive style, which is like, I don't want you near me, I wanna be as annoying as possible, you can just command dash. Do heavy command dash, and then right after, charge down, so that right after the command dash, you can actually like, keep him out. Like you do medium right after that. When you're not sure, if you don't wanna do the anti-air, if you just wanna be really annoying, you just do stuff like that, and then you're just gonna keep your opponents away. Okay? Or you do the command dash, then you back dash, you do V skill, then you're like practically more than half screen away from your opponent. This is annoying FANG. This is the FANG that you really are gonna get frustrated with. If you're somebody that wants to play that style, but the most appropriate thing would be to change from either style to be offensive when required and defensive when needed. So the more you can change it, but if you prefer a certain style more than the other one, well, these are the options you have in the defensive side. Now, I said crouching forward is a really good move. There's also another move that works as an anti-air, but it's actually better to get you off of jumping attacks when you're not really sure. I'll explain that one because it's a move that actually, like, if you guys remember Street Fighter 4, I mean, Vega had his crouching forward. The moves that were actually low profile that could escape Sea Viper's instant burn kicks, moves like that. He has one that's similar. It's not that he does low profile, but it actually moves him forward. So sometimes a cross-up won't necessarily hit because he did the move. But first, I'm gonna explain the importance of the crouching forward, crouching medium kick as an anti-air in situations that are a bit harder. This is why I picked Chun-Li specifically. I'm gonna show you guys why crouching medium kick is a really good move. See, the first thing I recorded was actually the hardest one, which is her instant, our favorite move, her instant lightning legs. Crouching forward is actually a really good move, see? Crouching fierce trades. And it has to be so preemptive that by the time you react, sometimes it won't beat it out. Like right now, I'm really close, but if she does it like around there, see, it's gonna hit. She's like trying to get in. It's not a good move to use. And this is really preemptive. Like I have to like already know she's gonna like, I have to be waiting for it. But now crouching forward, actually, I can just wait till she's almost about to hit me and the move's gonna beat it out every single time. See? Even if I'm close, even if I'm far, see? Beats it clean, there's no trades. And the good thing about that is that, let's say that I was like poking, I was like, oh, let me see if I poke. Oh, I still have time for this, you know? I still have time to do that. And I can actually cancel it. Because the first hit is actually the one that comes active first, which is the cancelable hit. The one that works as an anti-air, so you can actually like do certain mix-ups. You could get away with a lot of stuff with her. You could do this and try to get a bit more away. You could do this, set up the smoke already, and then you have that. See, there's a lot more options here. You can rush her down after doing it if you want. If that's like what you want to do, if you want to get in right after. See? See, it's good that you recognize in which moment your anti-airs will be most beneficial. Once you do that, see? You're going to be able to do a lot more. So, crouching forward, very important. Now you know in what situations it's really good to use. In the most of dire situations, it's really good. I put the most difficult example to anti-air, which is Chun-Li's lightning legs. So keep that in mind when you play Fang versus Chun-Li, because all of the Chun-Lis are always going to be doing instant lightning legs. So keep that in mind, because that's their go-to anti-air in that match. If she jumps normally, you still have that one as well. You can still use it. Or you can go for your crouching fierce, but the jump arc is really high, so you'll be able to react. Or just command dash and just avoid the whole situation completely. Now, the other move that is really good, that is the one that I said that it's not necessarily a low profile, but it actually gets you out of situations, is his crouching strong. It actually does work as an anti-air. Sometimes it works as an anti-air versus instant lightning legs. I don't know why. But if you do it low enough, it does actually beat it. But it's inconsistent because you have to wait so much to do it that if you wait too much, you get hit. And if you do it too soon, you get hit. So it has to be like perfectly timed. So this is why I would prefer you use this move. Now, let's go to the reason crouching strong is also an important move to use when you are air to air. And I have to put this on restart because I have to set the position for a cross up. I'm gonna have Chun-Li do her cross up medium kick. See? It's a cross up. Now I'm gonna repeat it and I'm gonna block high. Cross up, right? Now look what happens when I do my crouching strong. Since crouching strong actually moves me forward, it gets me out of the situation. By the time your opponent might realize it, because they're waiting for the hit stun or the block stun or whatever, you might be able to sneak in a grab, or they might react late and you might be able to like get your jab, and if the jab is a counter hit, you can actually do your strong. See? You might not be able to get a charge move unless if it's down because of the fact that she crossed you up. So you will have to like either do that or... But if you manage to catch her with a combo, the combo to go to, since you don't have a charge, would be that. It's a 3-hit combo, you do stand jab into... Let's see. The fact that crouching strong gets you out of so many situations, like I've used it before to get out of like when they're doing jumps that are like ambiguous, like right to land right on top of you, you can really use that to your advantage. Because they're not expecting it, because they're trying to do it to maybe bait out an anti-air so that it whiffs. Because there are ranges where actually a cross-up, this might whiff. See, that move is so good. When they cross you up, it hits everywhere. But sometimes it can whiff, and that's what people will be trying to do. See, right there, she did the cross-up. And I got beat out. But if I did this, I would get out of the whole situation. Crouching forward is still a really good move. But see, again, she crossed me up. So if you want to avoid the situation completely, move forward with the crouching strong, and you don't have to deal with it. So that was actually the last anti-air, that I would cover in this section for anti-airs. Now I explained every one of them. I explained his entire special moves. Yeah, the super, you can actually use the super as an anti-air, but I wouldn't recommend it because depending on how far it hits, you could end up just wasting the meter and just getting like 2 hits. Let me just show it just so you guys can see it. Let's put the dummy to do jump roundhouse. See, that was even late. See, I got all the hits there, right? But if I do it too far, it's a failed attempt. Because, I mean, the knee has, like, enormous priority. I mean, it has a ridiculous range. But if you do it too far, you have to land it, like, really close. But you guys remember what I told you. I mean, you can actually do the crouching fierce into that. And you get all the hits. Which is better, which means you can convert it. You can't do the crouching medium kick because the first hit doesn't juggle. See? But the first hit of the crouching fierce punch does juggle. The second one doesn't. Just to make sure, let's just show it. See? It's not gonna hit. Unless if you want to be clever with a reset. But if you do it from the first one, it combos. So keep that in mind. I explained this in the last episode when I was discussing the whole juggle string in the combos, actually, the combo guide. Oh, so that does it for the anti-airs. Now we're gonna explain a bit more his footsie game, his spacing with his moves. He has like a lot of good normals that you can actually use in neutral when you're playing a footsie battle with your opponents. He has his standing medium punch, his standing light kick, and I will go over this, and we will go over these now, okay? So let's go to it. Okay, so that concludes part 1 of the FANG guide. Here we covered the anti-airs. So now we should have a bit more luck trying to keep our opponents away when they're trying to jump at us like brainlessly. So for part 1 we're done. Part 2 and 3, they're gonna be available on the links on the screen or in the description below. Remember, part 2 comes out on Thursday and part 3 will be available on Saturday. If you're liking the videos and you're enjoying the format that we're doing, the style of the 3-parters, make sure to give us a like or comment on the section below. We always appreciate the feedback. We're always trying to improve this series, and we're doing this for you guys. So also subscribe, because every week we're gonna be, in addition, we always put out the episodes of Shadowloo Bootcamp, but from time to time we will put out additional tech bonuses like the Bison resets. There will be some bonus episodes, bonus videos for FANG. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel, Gamers Grid TV.